Hello, welcome to the Long Island Weather Update. It is February 26th, and we had a pretty gloomy day, and then when the sun did come out, our sky looked like that. What a mess. Just jet junk everywhere today. Really, today was like really junky skies. The classic junky sky that is disgusting, and every single bit of the way. You can see all the cirrus over us pretty much that's been with us all day after we had a few showers in the morning. Um, so let's go look at our climate statistics for today. Obviously, we're back above normal again today across our area. So Islip got up to 49 degrees, even at Islip, almost 50. Normal high is 43. That's 6 degrees above normal. The low of 35, 7 degrees above normal, 7 degrees above normal for the day. Central Park probably even warmer. Yeah, they got up to 55 degrees. That's the kind of sky you have when you have these warm air masses. It's really junky. That's 10 degrees above normal for the high and 3 degrees above normal for the low. So 7 degrees above normal there. And Newark probably made it to 56, so 1 degree warmer there. Just a very warm day. If we go ahead and look at the preliminary monthly data for Central Park, and then we'll go ahead, actually, we'll start with Islip and just show you how far above normal we're running. 2.2 degrees above normal at Islip. That the cold day that we did have brought us down to 2.2 degrees above normal, but now we're going to increase on that in the last couple of days in February. Central Park running about 3.6 degrees above normal, so warmer to the west. Not surprising without that sea breeze. That's quite a departure from it's probably going to be in the top 10 warmest Februarys, if not the top 5 at Central Park, which is the older site that's been keeping records for over 100 years. So let's look at our current conditions outside. You can see temperatures generally in the mid-30s across Long Island and a little bit warmer in Jersey, still holding on to some 40s there, as well as the city. So quite a warm air mass. So let's look at our highs today. And across Long Island, upper 40s to around 50. But you can see LaGuardia, mid-50s in the city, 54. Kennedy got to 48 because they were on the South Shore. But New Jersey, look at that, 61 in Toms River right there. So, yeah, managed to get to 60 in New Jersey. And it could be even warmer than that tomorrow. Lows, 32 at West Hampton, 34 at Islip. Not going to get nearly as cold tonight. 25 so it did manage to get below freezing in the Pine Barrens, New Jersey. Literally went from 25 in the morning to 61. That's quite a range in temperatures. And it's because it's a desert-like area. So let's look at the radar right now, show you what's going on. Not a whole lot, but you can see this mess that's off in the west here. And this is the storm that's going to be causing us misery in a couple of days, or in a day or two, actually, as this thing moves east. And it's moving pretty quickly, so we'll look at you can see this mess here in the west. So this is what's going to be approaching, and then you can see what's also developing over here. So let's go look at the models now, and we'll look at what we have to deal with. So obviously, one more dry day tomorrow. We did have a little bit of shower activity. I don't think we end up getting that much rain. I could check the precipitation today. I think that shower activity in the morning was pretty limited, but we'll go ahead and check anyway. Yeah, it was just like a few, very little bit. And it was mainly over Long Island. There were a couple of just sprinkles and light rain showers earlier on today. So let's go back to this. And should be more or less dry tomorrow, but tomorrow night is when we're going to start seeing the rain move in. You can see those tight isobars there ahead of this storm system here. And look at all those isobars. Again, a really strong low going up the Great Lakes. It's been a whole story this winter. And a strong cold front passing through Wednesday night into Thursday, and then we'll have high pressure and one quick shot of cold air before it moves on out, and then we have this next system to worry about for the weekend, which could bring more rain on Saturday perhaps. So we're going to just focus on this week in this weather update, so this upcoming week, and we're going to first start with the HRRR. So we'll first start with our short range suite of models here and look at the HRRR. Going into tomorrow. So you see we're dry more or less tomorrow and during the day, but at night it's when these showers are going to move through. Probably like 6, 7 o'clock, you can start seeing some rain showers come into the area. They could be a little heavy too. And they won't last forever. There'll be a break, but then there'll be more developing later on. So expect it to be kind of a rainy night. I think it'll get steadier as it gets later, like toward 10 o'clock. And that rain is just going to linger around through your Wednesday. and then showers on and off, and then this front that's going to wind up coming through sometime in the evening here, and you can see the HRRR showing it like it looks like a squall line here with this front here. But we are going to be getting a lot of rain. It's going to be quite rainy, unfortunately. So let's look at our dew points and wind flow. So we'll see what happens tonight. We still got the light. We're still in the relatively dry air, so that's why it'll stay dry. But we start developing a south wind again tomorrow, which will keep Long Island cooler, much warmer in Jersey. And you see the moisture starting to increase tomorrow night into Wednesday. That's that moist, warm, that tropical air that's going to be coming in, and maritime tropical air coming in, and bringing the moisture for all this rain that we're going to get. And you can see there that sharp cold front that we're going to have to watch for, and that possibility of an LLJ. Some models are more gung-ho on the LLJ than others, looking at the models. So if we look at the 850 on the HRRR here, doesn't look terribly impressive over us. It looks like it's a little more impressive off to the east, and we would just wind up missing out on it. But you'll see. We'll look at some other models. So temperature-wise, tonight probably not going to drop below freezing, probably mid-30s. And then tomorrow, yeah, Jersey is going to be quite warm, probably 60s again, maybe mid-60s in Toms River. However, right along the water, there may be a little bit of a sea breeze, so if you reach the Route 9, you might be cooler. For Long Island, we'll probably be in the 50s. We'll probably make it above 50 tomorrow. We'll be in the low to mid-50s, I think. Be a warm day, and it's going to stay warm tomorrow night. It will not cool off at all, staying in the 50s. And then on Wednesday, with the rain around, it probably won't get quite as warm. But it's Jersey's still going to manage to get anything close to 60, and we'll be in the 50s, and it'll be kind of warm, muggy, breezy, and showery kind of day. Just a really yucky day on Wednesday, unfortunately. Let's go to some other models now. So let's look at the NAM next, the NAM 3, and I think we have the 0Z NAM 3 in, so we'll go ahead and we'll look at first the it's the precip rate and then the actual radar simulation. So for tomorrow, if for some reason tomorrow it's developing maybe like a little sprinkle or something in the morning. I don't know what that's about. But the rain moves in later on at night. So 7 o'clock, you'll see that rain move in. Those rain showers move in, and more showers for Wednesday. Though it won't be like a constant rain. It'll be on and off, but you'll have those showers passing through. And then this cold front here, which again looks very sharp, and I have concerns about it. And I think we're going to know a lot more by tomorrow night about this cold front. A little more models here, but this looks like it actually looks like it gets worse as it moves further east, forming a very really a major squall line there behind it, which looks rather threatening looking, and if we look at the total now, let's go to the that's the precip rate. Let's go to the radar now. So this is the radar simulation. All right. So you see that area of rain tomorrow night, on and off showers for Wednesday, and then the heavier. It actually when you go look at the radar, it doesn't show a squall line, but with such a sharp, with those isobars digging like that's a sharp cold front, and there could be some severe weather there, and the models may not be. There could be some thunderstorms there, and models may not be picking up on it yet. We have to see what SPC says, and let's go to SPC now, Storm Prediction Center, and see if they've put anything out for that day here. So convective outlook. So we have to go all the way. You can see day 2, we have the slight risk in the Great Lakes. Let's go to day 3. And it's mainly got the risk off to the west. Well, I have to see what happens. It's a little early to tell right now what's going to happen with this. But my concern is the wind. We're definitely going to see some winds. And if we go to the NAM here, the 850 here with the LLJ, it does look like we may be spared the LLJ. It looks like the LLJ might wind up being a little more to the east of our area. So we may actually miss out on some of the worst winds that this front will bring. That's actually some good news. But I wonder if the GFS has backed off as well. GFS, yeah, also shifting it more to the east. That's a good thing right there. So maybe at least we won't have to deal with the LLJ at least. So let's talk about rainfall totals. We'll go to the HRRR first, and then we'll go to the NAM, because we will be getting quite a bit of rain from this system. So total accumulated precip through, this only goes out to Wednesday night, but you can see 1 to 2 inches possible across our area. But that's only going out to Wednesday night at May not be over yet by then. So let's look at the NAM. Look at the NAM 12. We also have, yeah, so it could be, yeah, maybe some isolated 2 inches. I'm thinking maybe like 1 to 1.5 inches, maybe. But there could still be some isolated 2 inch amounts because we do have a lot of moisture that is coming up, as I showed you yesterday on the GFS. Don't think this shows it to us. No, it doesn't. There's also FGen 2, which we can also look at as well with this. This kind of shows here. And look at this. That's the front right there. So it kind of shows you how sharp this front is. That's crazy. That's a sharp cold front. That's why I wanted to put this on the screen to show you that how sharp this cold front is. And again, we'll show you the GFS now and show you how sharp this cold front is again. So you can see, looking at, boom. I mean, you're going from dew points in the 50s to dew points in the teens in a matter of hours. That's sharp. And you see Thursday, but the core of the cold air kind of just goes by to the north, just like we had, and then pulls out on Friday. So it's just very brief. So looking at your temperatures on the GFS as we go further along, you'll see that once this cold front passes, temperatures drop quickly below freezing. And then Thursday will be 35 to 40 and breezy conditions. And then, but by Friday, we've already warmed back up to 50 again. Skies. Well, use the GFS for skies. Obviously, I think we're going to have a lot of junky skies tomorrow as well, with a lot of cirrus around like today. Obviously, no sun on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll have to watch for some stratocumulus development. And then we have to watch because the cirrus could roll in on us on Friday. So we don't know if we'll get any clear skies out of this cold front or not. The GFS is low resolution, and I don't like using it especially that far out. So we'll look at the RGM here as well. Kind of shows things a little better, but you can see all the cirrus that's going to be around. So a lot of junk in the sky tomorrow probably as well, like today. And then Wednesday, obviously, we'll be in the clouds. And then we hopefully clear it out on Thursday, and that should give us a sunny day, but it will be breezy. And maybe if we're lucky, we'll even have it another sunny day on Friday. Maybe. A clear day as far as the sun will be out, but we may have a lot of cirrus and jet junk back in the picture again. So, let's shift gears and let's go to another model here. Let's look at the Ventu Sky model. And again, visualize this front on your Wednesday. And you'll see we're looking at Wednesday now, and you can see how much warmer it is over Jersey. We can look at the thunderstorms and their Cape Vat. There is some Cape off to the west. You see a little bit of it, just a little bit of it. But that's a sharp cold front right there. You can see the wind. We could put wind gusts on the screen here, and you'll see. All right, it's not showing the crazy kind of wind gusts from the LLJ, but the front might have some strong wind gusts with it. Perhaps up to 50 miles an hour. I think we're going to need a wind advisory here. Yeah, just showing some breezy conditions for Wednesday for sure ahead of this cold front. And again, if we go aloft and we look at the wind speed above the ground at 950, say, kind of shows you the LLJ. Oh, yeah, look at that. But you see that the worst of the LLJ is off to the east here. So you see that it's off to the east. It kind of stays off to the east right now. That's what the models seem to think. So if you're further out east on the Twin Forks, and especially out in, again, this is the wind at 1,600 feet, showing 85 miles an hour. But if you have a thunderstorm or shower, that could bring that kind of wind down, and those kind of wind gusts could be possible. And that's the kind of energy we're dealing with here with this front. It's something to be definitely concerned about. Going back to the thunderstorms here, we got a lifted index as well. We have some of that as well in play. So I think there's a good chance that we will see thunderstorms, at least in part of our area, on Wednesday night. We could also look at wind shear, which is extremely high. There's a lot of wind shear here, so that's a concern as well. And then we'll have one more parameter, helicity, as well. So certain things are, supporting possible severe weather on Wednesday night with this cold front. And that's definitely a concern I have. Once we get to Thursday, the winds it'll be breezy, but we won't have the kind of we'll have wind gusts in the 20s. It'll be breezy conditions on Thursday, but not the kind of damaging wind that we could have. Does this show the GFS? All right, it does show the GFS. So let's look at wind gusts on the GFS for Wednesday, and I just want to see what this looks like. Oh, yeah, see, the GFS is much worse with the wind. So it's showing wind gusts over Suffolk County, 60 miles an hour, because it has that stronger LLJ. Um, Maybe overdoing it a little bit. We'll have to see, but there's still a possibility we're going to see some high winds, but I think it's more east. So if you're out east, eastern half of Suffolk, that's where you're more likely, I think, to see some of those higher winds. Right now, that's what it looks like, and the high wind warning might be needed for that area. Again, looking at these wind gusts on the GFS. But we'll have to see if that changes its tune. Let's go to the windy.com. Look at the NAM here for a moment. And the European as far as the winds go as well. So let's do that. For Wednesday, this is the European model. And let's see, we've got wind gusts 46 miles an hour. That's, yeah, Wednesday's going to be rather stormy, I think. But you see, it's more out east, 46 miles an hour. And then here comes the front. And look at this. Look at the look at as it gets worse out. It gets much worse as it moves to the east. As the European seems to think it's going to be mainly to the east that we're going to see this. We can look at some of the other models here, like the NAM, and the NAM obviously kind of scary right now. So the NAM at 7 o'clock has winds gusting to 68. I think that might be a little overdone. I'm hoping it is. But these wind gusts are pretty bad. And we only got up to 6 o'clock, obviously. Look at the wind gusts offshore. I mean, 94. I think that might be a little convective feedback in there. I think that's a little bit much. But we're going to have to watch for the possibility of some strong winds. But all the models don't agree on this idea. And, some models, obviously, if we go to the icon here, not showing it as bad. The NAMs are really, really a bad situation right there. Hopefully it won't be like that. As far as waves go, yeah, we're going to actually see some coastal flooding with this as well. Yep. Again, really, look at this. So, 10-foot waves. Again, I mean, the coasts and the beaches cannot catch a break. 15-foot waves just offshore. So, we could have some beach erosion and coastal flooding and inundation as well with this. This looks pretty bad, actually. So, a very stormy Wednesday. It's going to be a very eventful day for sure with this really powerful cold front coming through. And again, showing you how warm it is. It's just like a tropical storm, basically. Again, we're getting tropical storms in the winter. Instead of snowstorms, we're getting tropical storms because of Super El Nino and, of course, the elephant in the room that not enough people want to bring up, climate change. So, thank you for watching. Have a good night.